from Arizona. Yeah, they didn't take the commercial off. You're right. Jean here's here from Mount Vernon, and let's see who else. Oh my goodness, you guys, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Terry's here. Welcome, Terry. And Mary Lou Irish from Venice, Florida. Welcome. We have a kind of a fun thing we're going to do tonight. I have taken out my Artisan Curve Teardrop templates. And we're going to be using 3 different templates. We're going to be using number 40, number 41, and number 43. Now, what I wanted to show you was as I am working with designing, I'm kind of playing different scenarios around here. And while I really like the look of all of this quilting, on this particular project, I don't want that much quilting on it. So I decided against doing all this. Instead, what I'm going to use is number 40 at 8 inches and number 41 at 8 inches. So it's going to make this beautiful little teardrop shape. And then I'm going to come back with number 43, and I'm going to put it in at 9.5 inches. And it's going to join these together, which gives it kind of a flowery looking appearance to it, but not too flowery. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you is that we still, on this one, need 16 reference lines. And the reason we need 16 reference lines is when we get our number 43 in here, we're going to need to line it up with the crosshair, with the reference line, sorry, that comes between the 2 that we're using for the design itself.
2 in the room who don't have that set.
2 in the room who don't have that set. Oh no. Which templates are these, Donna? They are the Artisan Curve Teardrop templates. Let me get a link here for y'all. And these are sold individually. Whoops, I need to spell teardrop correctly. Okay. And let's get there.
Debbie Poole actually has them. Karen gets them. She's got them.
Awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to, y'all can hear Ken in the background. Yeah, he's here with us tonight. I always like it when he joins me. Oh, Suzanne is here too. Welcome, Suzanne. Okay. So I think that link will work for you. If not, just let me know. You can put in an order and then put deal date 20. And if you hit the link to on me, it will bring you there too. As you can see, I've got this So Steady deal date 20 reference 12 on the bottom. That's me. I'm reference 12. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's open this up. Now, I did make a change from last week to this week. And what the change is I really did not like the thread color I was using. So what I've done is I've gone ahead, I picked all this out, although I see I missed a few stitches here, and put in a darker blue colored thread. And I've got some extra lighting here tonight, and this is going to show up the texture really nice. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, what I did first, and this is how I wrote things down so I know what it is I'm doing. I went ahead and wrote in here that I had the number 40 at 8 inches. Now, it doesn't mean 8 inches from the center to the outside edge. It means 8 inches from one edge to the other. So I'm going to put it right here on the number 8. Make sure you guys get a good look at those numbers without. I'm not sure. I'm doing this backwards, guys. So here's the number 8 right here that I'm putting it on. Okay, there we go. And we're going to come up and around, and then we're just going to move this down 2 spaces. We're not going to do every reference line. We're only going to do 8 on here. So let's go ahead and get that bobbin thread drawn up. I want to double check that my foot is really a good height. Now, I'm on a small machine, so what's going to happen when I come over to the edge here, I am going to need to move my quilt around because it won't go through the throat on my machine, these longer templates, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. Okay. Did everybody get a chance to see today's launch? It was a good one today. Oh, hi, Lisa. Lisa's here from Sugarland, Texas. And Donna says she doesn't have them. Well, it's time for some new ones. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had new and different ones on here. So, Donna, I think it's time to. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to move you in just a little bit here. The reason I'm doing that is purely selfish. Okay, there we go. We're going to go up and around. Aha, thank you. Regina's one of my, I can always count on Regina for encouragement. Lee's here. Hey, Lee. Okay. Oh, this is a little tricky. Okay. But I know you guys can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to move along, little doggy. No, that's something totally different. We're going to move along stitching till we're going to skip reference line number 2 and we're going to come to reference line number 3. We're going to be putting these templates only on the odd numbered reference lines. Okay. And I do need to make some adjustments here simply because I've got a small machine. If I had a big machine that I was working on, I wouldn't need to do this, but that's okay. So what I want to do is I want to hold my template right where the tack is. I'm not going to hold it down too tight. I'm just going to help it guide it. And I'm going to grab it from the bottom as well. There we go. You want to take your time while you're doing this. And it's going to bring you to the next reference line. Okay. This is going to give us that center circle. And that is this right here, the center circle. that I'm talking about. You can't see that. Okay, let me show you this way. This center circle right here is what we're stitching when we do that. And we'll make another rotation. Just want to make sure I'm on that. It's always a good idea, especially with a new template, to go ahead and stitch or draw it out first. And anytime I try to make a new looking design, that is how I do it. I would much rather wreck a piece of paper than wrecking a piece of fabric. See how easy that moves along? And here we go. Another rotation. You'll notice that I'm not having any problem going over any of these seam allowances. What we did was I made sure that they were pressed with steam. Actually, I just misted them with water because I don't keep water in my iron. And then I used my tailor's clapper on them to make sure that they were good and flat. When you're in a position such as this, when you have to be turning your quilt, take your time. It's not going to hurt anything to take your time. There we go. Well, you guys can see that better than I thought you would be able to. I'm so glad. Okay. And for those of us who have 301s, these are our new feet for the 301. And I absolutely adore it because if you remember, I was constantly having to tighten up my foot. With the new ones, I don't have to tighten it at all. Okay, we're halfway there, guys. Want to make sure that my foot doesn't, my template doesn't lift up off of the fabric too far. There we go. And we'll make another rotation. These are really, really easy templates to work with. The teardrops. It's all inside curves. It's nice and gentle. I think it's one of the best ones to work with. And you can see, even though I'm doing a lot of turning, it's not taking me too much time to do that.
Lee Long, within late asking about the templates.
Okay, Lee, what templates are you working with tonight? Okay, well, you know, these people who show up late, hey, Ken?
Oh,
Well.
good thing we like her.
Yeah. It's the Artisan Curve Teardrop templates, and I'm working with 3 different sizes. The number 40, which is the one I'm working with right now. Then I'll put the number 41 on, which is just a little larger. And then I'll use the number 43 to tie them all together. Okay, Lee? Thank you, Donna. Oh, you guys are too funny. I love it. So anyway, did any of you guys win any prizes today? I was so embarrassed. I had no idea that my name was in the drawing for anything. So when Stacy told me I had won something, I was very shocked and surprised. And thinking to myself, I shouldn't be able to. Okay, I just want to get that thread out of there. It's holding things up. There we go. Okay. And again, I'm putting this on 8, the number 8. Okay. And now we're going to go over to the next odd number reference line. And we have a whole lot of places here to line ourselves up.
You can move the camera out of frame.
Oh, thank you. I bumped it. Thanks, Regina, for letting me know.
There you are.
Here I am. I've come back. Like a bad penny, I keep coming back. Okay, now we're going to stop at the next odd numbered reference line. And this is the big part of my quilt that I'm putting through the oh, that's why I've got cattywampus. I'm putting the big part of my quilt through the throat of my machine, and it grabbed the cord and took it for a ride. I think we'll just make sure that that doesn't happen again. There we go.
Too many moving parts.
Too many moving parts. You're right, Ken. Too many. I have a hard time with moving parts anyway. Okay, there we go. We should all be back. There we go. Back where we need to be. Now, one of the things that I do want to caution you about is sometimes what happens is our batting, no matter how good it is, can have little areas where it's higher and lower than other areas. So what we need to do is we need to be cognizant of that. And if we come across one that's like that, then we just stop and adjust our foot. It's not difficult. It just takes a second. But I'll tell you, one of the things that it does do is it eliminates a ton of frustration. So it's definitely something that you should be watching for. I find even the most expensive batting will have that little issue from time to time. Although it's not major, it does happen. And there we go. And now one more, and I will be back to my center. Okay. And back to my rotation, my reference line number 1. Okay, take it off of the pin, and I have needle channels. I love needle channels. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and trim this thread so it's out of my way. And I'm going to put in my Artisan Curve 41 1-inch by 3-inch teardrop. And let me explain what the 1-inch by 3-inch is. First, let me explain what the first one is that I used. I used a 1/2 inch Artisan Curve number 40, 1/2 inch by 3 inch, 1/2 of an inch wide, 3 inches tall, and that's the finished size. So this one I'm going to put on next is 1 inch wide and again 3 inches tall. So it's going to just come and skim the top of the previous rotation that we put in there. So we're going to again put it onto the number 8 hole and get rid of that and line it up. Now, if you are not sure and you just need to be a suspenders and belt kind of gal, you can always get your spacing gauge out and you will see that it will measure. Let me get that over so you can see it better. It will measure 1/4 of an inch. So here we go. This is round number 2. And there are other ones, more than the ones I'm using tonight. But as I said, I just don't want to over quilt some blocks and not others. Because what happens then is your quilt can get cattywampus. That's one of my very technical sewing terms. And there we go. Everything nice and steady. It looks to me like a hot air balloon, doesn't it? This is what it reminds me of, a hot air balloon. I think that is such a cool design. Now, when I was first starting to use these, what I did was going from one reference line to the other reference line was I was so nervous about the template getting all funny on me. So I ended up making stitches that were about 1,000 stitches per inch. And of course, that probably wasn't a good idea for 2 reasons. One, if you need to tear it out, you're going to be tearing for a really, really long time. But the other reason is you want to keep the stitches in your design and in the circle going at the bottom of the design about the same size. It's just going to bring cohesiveness to your project. I do slow down a little bit when I'm doing going from one reference line to the next. Okay. I know I tell people don't point out your mistakes, but I'm going to point out my mistake. You'll see this one right here. I came off of that template just a little bit. And quite honestly, nobody is going to notice that. So, huh?
That's a wrap.
That one's a wrap. Oh, I agree. There we go.
I answered one question about, do they come in a set?
I saw that. Good job.
That's correct information.
That is correct information.
Yeah, I was paying attention.
Yeah, these don't come in a set. They come as individual templates. which can be a blessing or a curse. Because if you're like me, you want them all. There we go. And we got a few more to do here. Oh, I gotta rearrange my hands. This is the part where it doesn't go through the machine easily because it's the bigger part of the quilt. And again, remember, I have a very small throat on this 301. So the fact that I can still do it, it should be encouraging, okay? Somewhere or another, I have a picture of when I had a queen size quilt in this machine, and I did quilt the entire quilt with the 301. And I am so glad I had my suspension system to help me. Oh my goodness, I don't think I could have done it without the suspension system. Okay, just one more after this. Oh, guys, we are going really fast. Maybe because I'm not talking a whole lot tonight. Because if you could tell, my throat, my voice is just not cooperating today. Do they know why? No, I have not shared that. If you were alive today, it was even worse this afternoon than it is right now. But it comes and goes. I'm not in pain and I'm not sick. I guess it's the important thing, right, Ken? It could be worse. Okay. And now, question, do we need to go ahead and stitch from this reference line back to reference line number 1? Reference line 15 to reference line number 1. I'm going to say yes. And the reason I'm going to say yes is because I want all of that circle to be stitched over twice. So it all has the same weight to it. Okay, so there we go. We've got the center part of this design finished. And I'm going to take that out. Okay, my circle doesn't look the greatest, guys, but you know, it's close enough for the guys I hang out with. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. He's sitting right across the table from me. There we go. We're going to go ahead and pull this up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over so you get a good look at it before we put our next component on here. There we go. And I could take the tack out now. We don't, oh no, I can't. We do need the tack for our next portion of this project. Okay, let me make sure I can keep it in there, right? Now, if I knock you out, I will make sure to get the camera back where it belongs. So this is the first part of the project, okay, of this block. And you can see where I said it looks like balloons to me. It looks like a hot air balloon. Now, our number 40,
Three.
yeah, 43, but our number 42 will come out yet further than this.
Okay.
And then number 43 will come out further yet. So what'll happen is, I'm going to take this out here so it's not blinding you. So what's going to happen is it's going to get a really bulbous effect to it. And it kind of, to me, does look like a flower bulb. And you can see how it goes from the garlic, it looks like garlic, where it gets from longer, and it actually, the bulbs get shorter as we go out. They look shorter. Not going to say they get shorter, they look shorter. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back over. Do you have any questions so far, guys? Because we've got, Suzanne said she likes it this way. It does look good that way. We don't have to do a whole lot more, but I like doing more. When I was free motion quilting, I used to quilt everything to death. I don't do that so much anymore because I don't like to lose the look of the templates by over quilting. Okay. So here is our next template. Do I need to turn this back a little bit? Yeah.
And the camera.
And the camera. Okay, there we go. This is our Artisan Curve number 43, and this is 3 inches wide and 3 inches tall. So if we put this onto the 8-inch, it would still meet here, but it would come all the way over to this area to stitch out. And they probably would cross over each other. Yeah, they definitely would cross over each other. So the further you come out, the less chances that it's going to cross over, or the less it will cross over. So what I did with this one is I'm going to check my paper here. I put it on a 9, I believe. Let me just double check. Oh, good thing I double checked. I put it on 9.5. So let me go ahead and make sure I get that back on 9.5 for my tack. And what we're going to do is we'll start on reference line 1, and we're going to meet up with reference line number 3, which is going to link these two designs, or hot air balloons. Just because I think that's what they look like. Okay. We're going to start right at the top of that design. And let's take a look to see if we've got any questions. I know Ken does a good job on keeping me up with questions.
Karen says there's no link showing on this YouTube broadcast.
Okay.
The code.
Karen, yes, you can just go to, yeah, because if you press on,
There it is. It's on.
if you press on that, it does not bring you to the code. But what I can do is
Manual.
I'm
There it is.
I'm thinking that's going to be the link. Let me just double check it, okay? Right there. Ken, can you try and hit that link and see if it works?
The one you just put in?
Yeah. In the on the chat.
Yeah.
It works?
Artisan Curve Teardrop.
Perfect. We got it, Karen. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay.
You did it good.
And you can, Karen, you can just use the code on the website as well.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Back to stitching, girls, as soon as I take a little drink here. And it's not alcohol. It's water. So I don't know if many of you heard about our epic winter storm over the weekend.
Snowmageddon.
It was Snowmageddon, Ken says. We got buried with snow up here.
And wind.
And wind. It was pretty bad.
Bomb cyclone.
A what?
Bomb cyclone.
Bomb cyclone, Ken said that they called it. If you saw anything on the Weather Channel or Fox Weather, we were there.
We were in the middle of it.
We were there. We were in the middle of it. It was right. Okay, so you see I'm going from reference line 1 to reference line 3. However, I am lining up my template on reference line number 2. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn, whoops, I just came off of my pin. There we go, back on it. And you'll see that this lines up perfectly. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the reference line. And we're going to stop with our needle down. If we need to make an adjustment, this is where we're going to make it. If I come here and find that that's just a little too short, make sure you've got a good view of it. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and twist my template just a little bit so that it comes out perfect. Everything is fixable. And then we're going to stop and look at there. We're right on reference line number 5. Perfect. Oops, I'm going to knock my light over. And make sure I'm still there on the reference line. And this one will need to be adjusted a little bit. No worries. I'm going to come to the reference line. We're going from odd numbered reference line to odd numbered reference line, but we're lining it up on the even numbered reference line. There we go. Now I'm going to use my spacing gauge, double check everything is good. And voila, there we are. There we go. Take your time. This is not a race. Nobody wins for coming in first. This is a process. It's one that we enjoy doing. Okay, I came off of the pin again. So take your time and enjoy the process. Okay, now where are we? I lost track of my reference lines, guys, but it doesn't matter because I know what I need to line up and where I need to line it up. And I'm going to check with my spacing gauge. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. Go. Came off the pin again, but you know what? That's not a big deal. It goes right back on so easily. I happen to have several lights right here in my way, which doesn't help a whole lot. And a camera. Yeah, Ken and I were setting this up before we started tonight. And I said, I've got to get better lighting. We needed better lights tonight. Sometimes it's comes out perfect. Other times I really struggle with the lighting. So I don't know what causes that. Might be the phases of the moon for all I know. Okay, we're gonna check that. Beautiful. And there we go. Make sure that needle is down, guys. Yeah, and I just took off with my camera cord again. So I'm going to do some adjusting here. And then I'm going to adjust the camera again too, just to make sure everybody is where we need to be. Oh, we stayed pretty good there that time. There we go. So let me just review. I've got my center line on the even numbered reference lines. And I am going from odd number to odd number. Now, if you really wanted to, you could do this action and come down and do it again, and you could have concentric circles. They wouldn't be circles, though. It would be a concentric design. Pardon me, Ken?
By an eccentric designer, right?
Ken said concentric design by an eccentric designer. Yeah, I tend to be a little eccentric at times. I learned from the best. Okay, we are almost done with this design. Can you believe it? I really thought it would take longer than this. Okay, just want to check my spacing gauge again. Oh, this time it's perfect. And we've got one more. And this one we're going to have to make a little adjustment on, but that's no worries. Okay, get my spacing gauge. And always says, why don't you just tie that thing around your neck? It's not like I don't have an ocean necklace to do it, right? And I always forget. And I'm going to take some small stitches there. And let's go ahead and take the template off. And pull up my bobbin thread. And rim all those threads off. Whoops, I didn't get close enough. There we go. And now I could take that tack out of the center and put it in my little bug. And we can flip it over and take a look at it. Oh, I've got thread everywhere. There we go. And let me pick this up a little bit so you can see it better. There we go. And there is tonight's design. It's like I said, it's kind of like a flower, but it's different. It's just very different. And I really like working with the Artisan Curves. I really do. I think they're fun to work with. I think they give us a whole lot of opportunity for designing with all of the fun shapes that they have. Thank you, Lee. Okay. Oh, you guys.
Chatted.
Oh, desert rat. Okay, cactus devastated. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you. What size is this design? That's a really good question. It should be, this is 10-inch square, so it is 9.5 inches. Outside edge to outside edge is 9.5 inches. And remember, we set this one on 9.5. So that rings very true. It's 9.5 inches.
Law has a question.
Lee has a question.
How many different artisan curve rulers are there?
Okay. Lee, I'm kind of glad you asked that. Ken won't be when he finds out how many I have. However, I do not have them all, but I do keep a little cheat sheet here. There are artisan curved circles, artisan curved diamonds, an artisan curved iris, artisan curved peak, the teardrop, which I used tonight, the Persian peak, the oval, the marquee, the curved marquee, and the square. Now, as long as you're asking, and we've got plenty of time, I'll tell you about these. Not every one of the artisan curve, and I'll call these categories: circles, diamonds, iris, peak, teardrop, da, da, da. Not every category has the same number of templates. For example, the teardrop is number 40, 41, 42, and 43. That's it. There's only 4 in the series of templates for the teardrop. However, the curved marquee, the peak, And the diamonds, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different sizes in those series. So, the oval has 6 or 7, I'm sorry, has 7. The marquee has 6. So they're all unique and onto their own. Goodness, I don't have the diamonds. Okay. I've got the other ones, but I do not have the diamonds. So I guess I better get busy and start buying some of the Artisan Curve Diamond templates. These are fun. These are just really, really fun. It's great to take these and mix them together. Okay, because you can do that. You can use a part of the dime or part of the marquee. A part of it. You can use all of it. And I don't know why, but I got a curve. Oh, I know why. Okay. And when you look at the instructions, you'll notice that there are a lot of holes here. And those holes can go up to 18-inch design. So if you've got an 18-inch block, you can use this template to fill up that 18-inch block. It goes all the way from 7 inches to 18 on this Artisan Curve Teardrop series. I want to say that right. If you look at the other teardrops, they also go up to 18 inches. The commonality of them is that, oh, here it is. They are all 3 inches long. So they fit one over the other, like this. It's only the width that changes on the teardrops. I know I could do this, guys. We got this.
Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. Yeah, there. That's an idea, huh? So there is another one that comes out between these two. So the size of them is always going to be 3 inches long, but here we've got a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and then we've got I'm not sure if it's 1.5 or 2 inch and a 3 inch. So most of them are like that. They will have one of the measurements will be common, usually the length, and then the width will vary. Does that make a whole lot of sense? Let's see. Oh, Deb, hi. Deb just got home from work. She's from the Finger Lakes part of New York, the prettiest part of New York there is.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's see. You don't have the diamonds yet. You know what? You're exactly rightly yet. I see the comment my husband put in about the second mortgage to own them all. Oh, yes. Oh, our men love us, don't they? They allow us to spend money on all of this. Oh, yes. Donna Banning asked, the first template was 40, then 41, and then 43. Those are the 3 templates that I used tonight, Donna. You're absolutely right. Oh, goodness. Any other questions you got for me? As long as we're here, we've got time. Go ahead and pick my brain, what's left of it after the launch today. It was a busy day for us, but it was a good day. It was. Did everybody get to see the launch yet? If you haven't, it is on YouTube. It has been videotaped, so you will be able to see it if you missed it. Somebody said, well, I saw part of it, but not you. I said, you didn't miss much then. If you missed me, you didn't really miss a lot. Oh, goodness. Guys, I so much appreciate y'all being here tonight. I really do. Um, oh, thanks, Regina. Regina said she had a fun time. Now, could that be because you're getting a little squirrely over there, Mr. Clausen?
That might fit into it.
I gave him a real good supper tonight. Yeah. I put red pepper flakes in it, and I couldn't eat it. It was too hot, but he loved it. So he's a little feisty. Oh, hi, I'm not your average Jane. I love your name. I love it. You started watching it a second time. You know, there is something to be said for that because we talk a lot and talk fast. Yep. Oh, you guys, thank you again. Thank you for being here, and we'll be back next week. I will do another block on this little quilt that I'm doing. And, you know, I really kind of like doing it on a quilt because I'm getting this way, I might get some of my projects actually finished. You never know. I only have 18 million quilts unfinished.
What's that?
So I will see you next week if I don't see you before. And thank you for being here. You know how to get a hold of me. Go to sewsteady.com. Under the Elevate tab, just look for the instructors page, and all of my contact information is there. And please feel free to use it. And Lee, you have a wonderful week as well. I hope you all do. And until we meet again, let's quilt.
Who's got to go pee-pee, right? You wanna go?
Spring is here, and so are a ton of Sew Steady projects. This season, we're quilting grand leaves, dahlias, hexagons, big T quilts. We're making backpacks. We're making snap clutch mini quilts, rag quilts, and even a cutlery star.
You'll learn ruler work, embroidery in the hoop, paper piecing, panel quilting from our amazing educators like Kathy and Mindy and Pam and Nan and Michelle and Gary, Donnell, Angie, Deb, Lisa, Ann, and so many more.
Well, that's a lot of educators.
It is a lot of educators.
Join us live every week as we turn panels, rulers, and embroidered designs into beautiful finished projects.
So grab your fabric, thread, your machine, and let's quilt something amazing together.
Sew Steady spring quilts classes are here.
We'll see you there.